What is going on, guys? We are back with another video today, and we are doing another experiment on Madden 21. And today, this could be pointless because I didn't really think about how good the players were in the league that were on the older side were. I was like, oh, this could be like a 90, 91 overall team. It's significantly better than that. But, as you could tell, this is the can a team of players over the age of 30 make and win the Super Bowl. Of course, when I say over 30, I mean 31, but over 30 sounds cooler, doesn't it? Obviously, some of these players are actually 30, but in real life, they are 31. I checked every single player. If there was one I missed, I'd be shocked. Even surprisingly, Latavius Murray here, who's 29 in the game. He must have been 30 when the game came out, and they just didn't update it because, you know, it's EA. But he's actually 31 in real life. A really solid complimentary back in the league for some years. And really our best choice here, Peterson right at number 2. Absolute god status his whole career and still pretty decent, believe it or not. And then Frank Gore, who's just really, really slow. As far as the rest of the roster goes, though, Aaron Rodgers on top of Tom Brady here, which is ironic enough because... Wait, was that yesterday? I think that match thing was yesterday. I don't really give a damn, to be honest. Julio Jones, Adam Thielen, Cole Beasley, Antonio Brown, I guess AJ Green, and then Larry Fitz. Larry Fitz was already here. AJ Green was a part of some other team. There's some other players in here that you could have easily slapped in that were 31 or so, but it really only matters for the top 3, maybe top 4, which were the best overalls and probably the best players at that age. As far as tight end goes, Travis Kelce, who I believe is 31, Gronk, and Jared Cook. Very good complimentary piece to most offenses as well, speaking of Jared Cook. Trent Williams and Brian Bulaga. There's some really good offensive linemen that are on the older side. Richie Incognito, Jason Kelce, could have had Hudson, who ironically I believe is a Cardinal now. Mitchell Schwartz, who probably will retire. Lane Johnson. We had some other guys on there, like we had Whitworth and all that. It just doesn't, we don't need like backups to the backups, J.J. Watt, who actually is on the Cardinals. Cameron Jordan as the backup. Calais Campbell, Cameron Hayward, and Ingram for the right ends. Then DT, Akeem Hicks, and Sue. I think we actually have Hayward playing DT and then Jordan playing right end, if I'm not mistaken. Von Miller at the left outside spot. Bobby Wagner at middle. Lavonte David, Demario Davis, and Hightower. There are a couple other guys, but once again, don't need that many backups. Chandler Jones on the other side, who once again is a Cardinal. JPP is the backup. Corners, definitely a bit of a lacking spot considering the rest of the team talent, but still some viable options. Devin McCourty, a free safety with Earl as the backup. Harrison Smith at the strong safety with Kareem Jackson as the backup. Justin Tucker, I actually didn't check him or Hecker, but I figured if Latavius Murray was 29 in this game and he's 31 in real life, surely if someone's 30, they're at least 31, maybe even 32 in real life. So, those are the only two I didn't check. It doesn't matter. Those two are the GOATs. Well, at least not really, but, they're really, really good. Well, I guess to be fair, Tucker you can kind of make the argument for. But yeah, very good players, obviously. And look at the clipboard just floating around. Of course, because the team is a whopping 97 overall, we aren't going to be doing, the draft thing like we did for the... Was it the under 25? What? No, the Smith and Jones, Williams and Jackson one. Of course, they do make the postseason. However, you're thinking, oh, well, that team's clearly going to do, perfectly. They lost to the Jets. How is that possible? And then, some of these games are close. The Rams, it was a close one. The Giants, somewhat close. Patriots, somewhat close. Seahawks, really close. Seahawks, again, kind of close. Obviously, lost to the Jets. There's some games in there that are really close considering how talented this squad is. Aaron Rodgers with the number 1 yards. No, not number yards. Number 1 touchdowns. 4th for yards. Latavius, not bad for rushing yardage. Yards per carry, 4, right on the nose, which is, what you're expecting. Peterson, not bad as a backup. Julio Jones, solid. Travis Kelce, meh. That's pretty good, I suppose. Everyone else, though, is pretty meh. O-line, best by far in the league, and, it is good. But a line like this, if healthy, probably doesn't allow, any sacks at all, realistically. Tackles, not a whole lot, but that's not necessarily, a bad thing. It might just be really good coverage or a lot of pressure, making it where the ball is just not getting out there. There's just, teams are forced to throw it because we're in so big a leads and the ball just doesn't get caught. Von Miller, 18.5 sacks. Cameron Jordan, 12.5. Watt with 10.5. Chandler Jones with 8. Pretty damn good numbers, obviously. I don't see how you stop a pass rush of that caliber. Picks, not really that much, considering how much pressure was applied. You would think that there was turnovers left and right. 4 interceptions, 3, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. Okay, so nothing really special there, actually. That is not what I want to look at. I want to see forced fumbles. I mean, there's really not much to look at. Tucker, what are you doing? He misses 4 out of 17. That's a lot for him. 55.2 for Hecker. Punt return, kick return game, obviously Patrick Peterson, and he had a touchdown for a punt return. I also do want to see how the rest of the league plays. Obviously, you know, the Buccaneers lost their quarterback, the Packers lost their quarterback. A bunch of players were gone from teams that it may have played a pretty big factor. You know, the Jets 10-6. Obviously, that's not necessarily the most common thing in the world for us to see. The Chiefs at 9-7. Travis Kelce means a lot to them. Of course, also losing Schwartz. You know, they didn't technically lose him from us, but no Fisher, no Schwartz. I know they added in the offseason. Obviously, they did a really damn good job, which is really annoying. The Cowboys at 9-7. The Rams at 8-8. Any crazy? The Buccaneers missing the playoffs without Brady. Then again, you know, their quarterback is like a 60 overall because of no Tom. Eagles. I mean, nothing really too crazy there, I guess. But let's take a look at the league MVP and all that. Rodgers, does he win it? He does. As a Cardinal. Josh Allen, number 2, basically just like real life. Any like names that are supposed to, Kyler Murray. Oh yeah, I forgot we traded Kyler Murray to the Packers. Never mind. Offensive player of the year, you know, Aaron Rodgers. Donald, just close, but not close enough to winning, you know, our hearts as a 31-year-old. Kyle Trask, offensive rookie of the year for the Buccaneers. Aaron Rodgers, best QB. Funches, okay. O-line, top 4 out of 10. Got a couple of guys in there as well. Cameron Jordan at 3. Watt at 7. Vaughn at number 1. Harrison Smith at 2. I really thought we would have won a little bit more awards. You know, we did all right, but, you know, we didn't, you know, we could have done better. Definitely could have done better. Let's take a look at these games. Let's simulate them. So the Bears, who have been absolutely dominating sim lately, Justin Fields winning MVP many times in these rebuilds that we've been doing. I mean, here they go. They might be able to beat us at 11-5. I mean, that's a pretty decent record. Rodgers versus Fields. We may see that for a long time in the future. I don't know. We'll see. 7-0, 7-all, 14-7. I mean, I know we lost to the Jets, but you gotta assume this team is good enough to win the Super Bowl, right? If not, I'd be a bit surprised, but I suppose it would make probably for a better video than for if they did win it, right? If they missed it, I don't know. Had the touchdown, could not get the 2-point conversion, and we do hold on. But once again, considering how much better we are, like almost 20 overalls higher, we barely won. Rodgers played better, but not by a whole lot. Maybe we should actually put Brady in here for this. Oh, man. That's, as a Packers fan, that hurts to say, but it's kind of true. Maybe not necessarily this last postseason, but over time. And ironically enough, there you go, Tom Brady with the GOAT. And I always thought it was coincidental. It's not. I'm pretty sure they show players that were in the game on whatever team. And the winner of this one plays the Browns. So, yeah, this is going to be not an easy one. As we give up a touchdown on the first drive again. 7-all, 14-7, 21-7. I don't know why we start off with that touchdown allowed, but, you know, it's a ritual that works. It's a ritual I want to continue. 24-13, 31-13 now, and that looks like a Super Bowl visit for the Arizona Cardinals. Can we see another electrifying one like they had against the Steelers? That was a really good matchup. That was like the best Super Bowl I've probably seen. It was pretty damn good. Obviously, as a Packers fan, I'm like, you know. Yeah, it's a pretty good. That James Harrison interception return touchdown is got to be the craziest play in NFL history, in my opinion. And here we are, 10 overalls higher than the Browns. That is not a sight you commonly see. Similar to Todd Gurley breaking tackles in his old age. And here we are in Tampa. Baker Mayfield, Aaron Rodgers. Old versus not old, I guess. I don't even remember if we stole a single player off the Browns. Unless, I don't think we did. 14-7. This team gives up a lot of scores, but they also obviously put up a lot of scores. 24-10. It's looking pretty good, and that's got to be the dagger. The over 30 squad, shockingly, wins it all with their 97+ overall team. Here you go with all the oldies. Obviously, not all the numbers are going to be perfect because there are a lot of guys. I did switch most of them, but there were some numbers that were just annoying, and I was just like, whatever. Who cares? I was like, for one, I didn't even think we were going to win the Super Bowl here, so that's why I was kind of like, whatever. Just things happen. Kyle Juszczyk couldn't be a part of this, unfortunately. I don't know why I just randomly thought of that name. I think 34 was a fullback, maybe. So that's why I did? No, that's probably Harrison Smith. I don't even know. But yeah, would have had the best fullback and couldn't do it. Obviously, this team wins it all. This is pretty big. Like, as far as like a legacy game goes, like this is the biggest legacy game of all time because, I mean, these guys are solidifying their Hall of Fame status with this ring. Obviously, they're all together, so everyone's like, it doesn't count, it's the God Squad, which obviously would be the case because this would never happen. It's physically impossible. I had to turn the salary cap off because it would have probably hit like 400 million plus for the year. Absolutely nuts stuff. But of course, the old man squad got it done, beating up on the youngsters of the league. The average age of, probably 33, 34, gets the job done. Rodgers wins a second ring. Will we see that in real life? I honestly, at this point, after last year, I don't know. I really don't. Passing was obviously near perfection. Rushing was awful for both teams. Obviously, Murray was decent. Receiving, Thielen did well. Julio Jones did okay. Defensively, sack totals, nothing big there. Bobby Wagner, though, with the 2 interceptions. Balling out for his division rival team. And love the Photoshop. But that's pretty much it. There's not much more to it. The 97 overall team is here. I actually want to see what they kind of drop to after the season. So, here's that. There you go. This is what you want to see. It actually kind of looks nice, to be fair. Let's sim and see where we go because there's going to be some retirements, some obvious regressions. 95 overall. So I don't remember all the overalls by heart, but obviously some pretty significant drops from quite a bit of players here, but obviously still super god tier squad. You could do it a whole another year if you really wanted to. Could knock over the perfect season though, because apparently the Jets, they're that team. Like, I want to see this Jets team real quick. There's just no way. Like, what's their highest overall? Like, look at this. It is what it is. Anyways, though, if you guys enjoyed this one, maybe leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. We do a ton of franchise stuff. Usually, actual content. I mean, what? If you have any ideas similar to this, let me know in the comment section below. We did one for, was it under 25 squad, I believe? I mean, I can't really put these two together because this one was kind of an annoying one to build. Like at least 10 to 15 players I had to actually trade for in here with the salary cap off because EA's like, no injured players, no salary cap issues. You can't have too little or too much of the same position. It's like, bro, it's a roster. Relax. Like, turn all that off and we'll fix it down the line. Regardless, though, maybe follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel, Pkr Plays, and then twitch.tv/Jeromepkr for streams. That's about it. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for next video, but until next video, see ya!